Gemini, what is up, y'all? How you doing? Guess what time it is, man? Time to go ahead and knock out your August 2024 main monthly reading. Can you believe that we're halfway through 2024? Going on the last half. Oh, wow, the Eight of Cups just jumped out here. Something that you're either walking away from or need to walk away from, but it's not time for that yet. So let's put that back in the deck. Anyway, first off, for those of you who would like a personal reading, check right down there in the description of this video, and you will find the link that will take you straight to that page on my website, where you'll find everything you need as far as how to go about doing that. All right, let's see here. First, I'm starting this off with just a general energetic overview between you and whoever the person is that you're dealing with. Quick, general, energetic overview between Gemini and the person who lives in your head. Let's see. Boom. Four Cups. So, does this person really know that you're into them? Or are they maybe ignoring you on purpose? Some of you, I don't know. Hang on, let me just see. Hold up. All right, there we go. Okay, well, I don't know, man. This is kind of weird. Because, okay, so first of all, there's a few random miscellaneous messages going on in here. So it's not something that looks like it has a linear, it's not like a linear message. I'm going to try to get one here in just a second. Got a couple super chats. Chuck and Prene. I hope I said that right. Thank you all for the super chats. Greatly appreciate you. But a love offer is not being made. If you're wondering whether or not whoever this is finally coming forward with a love offer, it doesn't look like it. Now, here's where it's getting a little bit weird and sketchy. This person either doesn't know that you're into them, or if they do, they're ignoring you on purpose. Now, there's a big difference between those two. So I'm going to have to dig a little bit deeper here to see what's going on. I'm thinking, though, that the two of you speak a very, very different energetic and vibrational language. Communication is either non-existent between the two of you, or it's very awkward and sketchy. It's just not the greatest in the world. What I'm really thinking, though, regardless of, we're going to see how this person feels here in a minute, but regardless of whether they know you're into them or if they're just trying to avoid you, I think that the main thing that's driving a wedge between you and this person is some sort of third party or third energy. Yeah, uh-oh. Got that devil card there. I'm not going to speak on that yet. But I do think that there is some sort of third party, third energy. There's some other person in some way, shape, form, or fashion that's coming in between the two of you somehow. That's about all I can get out of this right here. About all I can get. Queen of Cups reverse, Queen of Swords. Man, this kind of looks like a mess. I'm not going to lie. Let's go. Okay, whatever. Let's see this person's feelings. Let's see this person's feelings. You're probably really frustrated by this situation, aren't you? Just pulling a spread and tried to read the energy was frustrating. Let me see how this person feels about you. What's their feelings, energy, intentions, all that good stuff. Let's see. What kind of person are they in general? What's their energy look like? Knight of Cups. Strength card again. That came out in the last spread. I didn't mention it. But this person is attracted to you. Oh, okay. So they are attracted to you, but they're also interested in somebody else. They do have an interest in you, but they have an interest in somebody else too. So depending on what's going on between the two of you, I think this person could be juggling the two of you, especially if this is somebody that you're actively like seeing and talking to. They could be talking to somebody else as well. But even if you're not talking, there's still somebody else in the mix. I don't know if you know about that or not. Some of you do, some of you don't. But I think this person doesn't really know what they want. They don't really know what they want. And devil card again. Yeah, so that's why, remember when the devil card came out a second ago, I said I'm not going to speak on that yet. The reason why I didn't want to speak on that is because I wanted to see if it came out in their energy. And since it came out in their energy, I'll speak on it now. This may not be somebody that you need in your life. The universe may be doing you a favor. Very, very frequently, when you're trying to make something happen, and it seems like the universe is putting roadblocks in the way and not letting it happen, very frequently the universe is doing that for a reason. And if you kick that door down, then you will be shown why the universe did not want you doing that. So, So do they have an interest in you? Yes, they do. But they're interested in somebody else too. There's somebody else in the mix. This person's a codependent. So many cards came out here that came out in the last spread. But the main ones that are catching my eye are the Nine of Cups reversed, Three of Swords, Devil card, and Hierophant reversed. So this person is a very lonely, empty codependent who is afraid of commitment. Make that make sense. I'm lonely, I'm empty, I want to be in a relationship because I'm lonely and empty, but I'm afraid of commitment at the same time. Come on now. That is all the ingredients you need to create a situation that'll make you want to pull your fucking hair out. So, it could be a Cancer for some of you. Also have Capricorn and Leo here. All right, well, okie dokie. Let's see if anything's happening. Are they taking any action towards you? Is there going to be an outcome for this situation? What actions are they taking, if any, and what's the outcome? Eight of Wands reversed. I'm kind of feeling like you might just get fed up and block this person. That's what this is feeling like. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. Now, Hangman, Ten of Pentacles. I'm thinking that you're probably going to get fed up and block this individual. I don't know. For some of you, maybe you might catch them. Like, okay, so say, for example, and this is just an example. Like, you kind of suspect you might know who they're into, and you ask them about them, and oh, no, I can't stand them. Oh, I can't stand that person. Oh, I hate them. And then the next thing you know, you see them post a picture with them. You know that type of energy? Where it's like, you shady little sack of shit. And it's like, man, fuck you then. You know that energy? Something like that. Something I think you're discovering about this person that's kind of shady. And yeah, I'm thinking you're going to be like, nah, fuck that. Block. Block. I'm going Aaron block a bitch on your punk ass. But that doesn't mean this is easy to walk away from, though. No. Even if you do block this person, it's still going to eat you alive. Wow, this is weird. You know what? Hang on a second, y'all. This is pulling the heaviest energy into my studio here. Let me clear the air real quick. I gotta clear the air real quick. This is fucking heavy shit right here, man. This is heavy ass shit right here. All right. Sorry about that. Probably should have done that before I came on, but I didn't think the energy with this reading was going to be that heavy. All right. What's the advice for Gemini? What's the advice? Boom. Nine of Wands. Don't let your guard down. You know what? You know what? I think a lot of you are being tested right now. A lot of you are being tested. You know why you're being tested? Because it's time for a lot of you to connect with your actual person. Now, I can't think of anybody off the top of my head that I have met who is with their actual person that wasn't tested before that person showed up. I'm not saying never, but every single person I have ever personally met that I can think of who is with their current actual life partner was tested. They were tested. So if you have the emotional and mental strength to do what you know needs to be done, regardless of how it feels, you got blessings waiting for you on the horizon. The universe will bring somebody into your life that'll make you look back on this person and laugh. You'll be looking back on this person like, dude, thank you, universe, for not giving me what I thought I wanted. I am so glad I didn't end up with that one person. I'm so glad. Oh my God. Right? So, I think a lot of you are being tested right now. Now, this is the slippery part about this kind of shit right here. If you are being tested, it's very important that you learn the lesson. Very important that you learn it. Because I'm going to tell you what right now. If you can't fully understand what I'm saying and why, you're better off not taking my advice. Don't just blindly take my advice because you trust me. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do not do that. If what I'm saying doesn't make sense, then don't listen to me. Because if you just blindly take my advice without knowing why I'm saying what I'm saying, you best bet your damn skippy ass the universe is going to make you learn that lesson. You're going to learn it. You're going to learn it. You're going to learn today. So it's very important that you're able to look at this situation and see for yourself, this is not somebody I need in my life. I deserve better than that. I deserve better than somebody who doesn't know if they want to be with me. You can look at me and look at them and don't know who you want. That's not my person. That's not what I deserve. When the universe brings me my fucking person, they gonna look at me and they gonna fucking know what I have to offer and what I bring to the table. They're not gonna sit around with their thumbs shoved up their ass wondering whether or not they should be with me or somebody else. I don't deserve that. I deserve better than that. So if you think you can find better, go find it. Go find it. Go on then. Later. Deuces. It's not uncommon at all. People, matter of fact, shit, at least 5 clients over the last week have asked me, what lesson am I supposed to learn? And if you come to me for a reading and ask me that, I'm going to tell you straight up, I can't tell you that. I'm not allowed to tell you that. Even if I could, if I told you, well, then you didn't learn it. Coming to me and having me answer your question, that's not learning the lesson. Now, I'll highlight some of the main things that you need to focus on, but if, in fact, you're supposed to learn a lesson, you got to learn it. See what I'm saying? Does it make sense? My goal is to try to help you understand how to learn it. You know, I'm not just going to turn you on your way blindly with nothing, but think about that. All right? Well, is there any other advice for this situation? Six of Swords is the advice. That's the card of moving on. But again, it's Only move on when you can see for yourself that it's the best thing to do. All right, now we're going to look and see what's due to come in next. Who's the next person due to come in for Gemini? The next soul contract due to come in. Who's the next contract due to come in? Two more shuffles, two more. Okay, Six of Cups reversed. Ooh, so you're gonna feel a very interesting connection with this person. Very interesting. One of the first things that you're probably gonna notice about this individual is that they look familiar. They look familiar. You know that feeling you get when you meet somebody and you could have swore you've met them from somewhere, but you really haven't? You're probably going to be pretty overwhelmed with that feeling. It's going to kind of feel like you've known this person your whole life. Now, the reason why that is because this individual is a very near and dear member of your soul family. And the two of you have had many lifetimes together where you have played various roles in each other's lives. But I still see you up in your head overthinking the shit out of this connection. Overthinking the shit out of it. Yeah, Two of Wands, Two of Swords. You up in your head overthinking the hell out of this connection, man. Some of you, this might come at a time where you're just trying to lay low. Just trying to lay low and do you and focus on yourself, focus on your own goals and whatnot. And then you round the corner and bump into this person. That's really all I'm getting from this right here. Scared to jump in head first. All right, up in your head, overthinking this shit. You have absolutely had many lifetimes with this person. So that feeling that you get when you are overwhelmed with that inexplicable feeling of recognition is soul recognition. That's what I call it. I'm pretty sure that's what most people call it, isn't it? I've said that to clients before and it confused them. They're like, what does that mean? Soul recognition is you all have had lifetimes before, and on a soul level, you remember. See, basically what it is, let me explain something to y'all, okay? When you have that feeling of recognizing somebody that you've never met before, what you're remembering is what you were planning before you got here. Does that make sense? Before we get into this lifetime, we plan our whole life out. Now, whether or not we actually execute that plan is a totally different story, but you plan your whole life out and you pick all the actors and actresses that you want to play various parts in your life. And what you're seeing, you're remembering what you planned before you got here. That's why when you meet somebody you've never met before, they look so familiar. Because you're remembering your soul's plan. Does that make sense? All right, well, let's look at this person's feelings, energy, and intentions. Man, that sage is going crazy. Sage is going crazy, yo. Glad I took down the smoke alarm in this room. Back in the day in our old Vegas house, I'd be in the middle of a reading, I'd light the sage and a fucking smoke alarm would go off. But now I disconnect the smoke alarm. All right. What's this person's true feelings, energy, and intentions? Next person coming in. Seven of Pentacles reversed. Well, this person is not trying to waste their time. They probably have a very low tolerance for bullshit and wasting time. Low tolerance for that. Not saying that you're going to waste their time. They're in that mentality of, I will walk out that goddamn door. I am not going around in circles with you. I'm not playing games with you. I'm not going back and forth with you. They're a little bit insecure. They do have some insecurities. They're all about their money. All about their money. They have a fear of abandonment. A fear of abandonment, a fear of rejection, and a very low tolerance for bullshit. Very low tolerance. Devil card. Oh, man. So, I think they've dealt with too many toxic people in the past. Whoops. They've dealt with way too many toxic people in the past. Looks like their intentions are solid, though. My thing is, now this is a real slippery slope, because there's a difference between conflict resolution and just spinning in circles, fighting a losing battle with somebody. There's a difference there. So is this person able to identify a problem that needs to be worked through versus fighting a losing battle? Because I'm all for, if there ain't no point in arguing with you, I ain't fucking arguing with you. Fuck you later. But if I see that there's just like this, maybe a misunderstanding or something like that, then we'll work through, and we'll work through this together as a team. So I'm concerned that this person might not be able to distinguish the difference between those two things. You see what I'm saying? They may not. They may be the type to run from a misunderstanding. Let's see how it plays out for the first month. How's it playing out for the first month? Whoops. Way too many. Okay, Temperance. Okay, so the first month will probably be pretty chill and pretty balanced between the two of you. Communication will be a little bit funny, but for the very most part, it'll be pretty chill and pretty balanced, pretty chillaxed. Nothing too crazy. Yep, nobody's getting ghosted here. This individual is going to very, very slowly open up to you. By the end of the first month, you will be aware that they will open up and express their feelings all the way within the first month. It's just going to be kind of slow. This isn't taking off like a rocket. And don't worry, no, you're not getting ghosted. I don't know who needs to hear that, but it came through. I'm being told to tell you you're not getting ghosted. I'm not seeing any conflict in the first month. Okay. All right. Some of you may, in the beginning, kind of be wondering whether or not this person's sending you mixed signals, but I think that'll get pretty straightened out pretty quickly. They're not sending you mixed signals. This person just actually, honestly, has a very healthy balance between their logical and their emotional mind. See, that can be taken the wrong way sometimes, because it's very important. It seems like most people are either one or the other. Most people, it seems like they're either too logical and not emotional, or they're too emotional and not logical at all. This person seems to have a very healthy balance between their logical and their emotional mind. And at first, it may kind of seem like they're sending you mixed signals, but you just step back and just kind of watch them, you'll see that they're not. They're not. All right, well, let's see if there's any advice. Just a couple of advice cards. I don't need a whole spread for that. Any advice? Couple of advice cards. Hey, 10 of Cups, man. Keep it going the way it's going. Keep it going the way it's going. I just got done telling Taurus this. I see this shit come through all the time with the next person coming in. Massive, massive potential. All right? But potential is just potential. That doesn't mean it's guaranteed to work out right. But if you keep things going the way they've been going throughout the first month, right, and you just kind of allow it to unfold and flow the way it naturally wants to, could be very successful before 2024 is over. All right, I'm going to wrap this up with the person from the past. So if you're not thinking about or inquiring about someone from the past, this is not for you. What is happening between Gemini and the person that they dealt with in the past in August? Anything happening? General energetic overview. They could possibly be wanting to come make things right with you. Very possibly. Two of Wands. They're contemplating it. They're thinking about it. Yeah, I think they're too afraid to apologize. I think they're contemplating coming forward and apologizing and making things right. They're thinking about it, contemplating it. The door's hanging wide open, but they're too scared to apologize. Too afraid. They don't even know how to start a conversation with you. They don't know how to break the ice. They don't know how to approach you. And no, they have absolutely not moved on from this. It's another very common question that I get. So let me just put it out there for everybody. If you're dealing with a long-term relationship that came to an end very recently, no, they have not moved on. No, they haven't. No, they haven't. No, they haven't. I don't care. I don't care if they got on a plane, flew across the country, got into a new relationship, got a new job. No, they have not moved on. No, they have not. I don't care what it looks like they're doing. No, they have not. Okay? Let's talk neuroscience. Let's put the tarot cards, the spirituality, and the woo-woo to the side. Let's talk neuroscience. If you were with somebody for 5 years, their brain is wired to that relationship. Their brain. The neural circuitry in their brain is wired to your all's connection. And if they spent 5 years wiring their brain to that relationship, they ain't gonna unwire it in a couple of months. No, they ain't. No, they ain't. No, they ain't. I don't care what they're out there doing. I don't care if they're in a new relationship. I don't care if they done stuck a ring on somebody's finger. I don't give a fuck. No, they have not moved on. So, just to clear the air on that one. Let me see how this person from the past feels about you at the deepest level. They want to reconnect with you. They want to reconnect with you. Boom, they want to talk to you. They want to reconnect with you, but they're holding back. They're holding back. Yeah, the door's hanging wide open. For some reason, it's not really saying why, but they're walking away from this. I guess probably because they feel like they have to. They feel like they're being forced to. They feel like they have no choice but to walk away from this. You know what I'm saying? They're too afraid to come forward. I already told you that. So they don't want the drama. They don't want the conflict. Would there be drama or conflict? You tell me. But I guess they think, like maybe for some of you, what they did was so bad that they are convinced that you're still mad at them and it would be nothing but drama and conflict. I don't know. I don't know. But they're too afraid to come forward. So they're walking away because they feel like they have no choice. Excuse me. They feel like they have no choice. Too scared to come forward. Okay. Okie dokie. Well, we got the outcome there. Let's get the advice. Let's see if it'd be a good idea for you to reach out to this person. Would that be a good idea? What would happen if Gemini reached out to this person? What would happen? What's the advice? Boom! 7 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. I was just kind of telling Aries this. I was just talking to Aries about this earlier. So this advice is tricky and slippery because if you're not careful, this could go in the complete and total wrong direction and you could run straight into a brick wall. If you have done enough healing, sometimes a conversation with a past person can be beneficial. Only if you've done enough healing. I'm not saying that you have to be glowing, floating on a cloud, radiating light and shit and rainbows, but as long as you've done just enough healing to where your emotional mind doesn't have you gripped up, you know, in that illogical, irrational, unreasonable emotional state where you'll do something fucking stupid. As long as you've gotten that kind of under control and your head is above water, you've got some air, so you're thinking clearly, sometimes a conversation can be beneficial. Because now you view the world through a new lens. So now once the lens through which you view the world has been healed, right? And it's not got a bunch of cracks in it, you can see the person from a whole new light. A whole new light. And it'll be like, oh, so that's who you are. Oh. It can really be beneficial. Now, once you become a more conscious, skilled energy worker, you don't have to do it this way. Because the thing that's so hard about this for your average person is that when you're with somebody, when you're in a relationship with, or just friends with somebody, anybody, it doesn't matter who it is. What you do is you paint a picture in your mind of who you think that person is. We all do that. It's totally, completely natural and normal. Well, the problem comes when you have invested so much time, effort, and energy into painting the picture in your mind of who you thought they were, and then they hand you evidence that proves that they're not who you thought they were. That's where most people struggle. That's where the ego brain, starts misfiring, because the ego hates that. The ego does not want to admit that it was wrong. So once you can kind of put all that to the side and accept the fact that maybe I was just fucking completely bamboozled that whole time, then and only then can a conversation with somebody from the past be beneficial. But for those of you who haven't done much healing, especially if this was really recent, was this just like a month ago, 2 months ago? Is there still a really, really heavy feeling of, like sadness and betrayal and bitterness and all that? As long as that energy is still present, basically the tower is still on fire, right? The tower is still burning. Let it burn to the ground first. Let the tower continue to burn until it collapses. Then go sweep up all the bullshit, clean it up, right? Then go talk to them. What happens most of the time is you'll see that person from a whole new light. You'll be like, oh, wow, so that's who you are. Okay, wow. You know what? I'm good. Now I see you. And it's hard to explain how you know. But it's just like the universe shines a new spotlight on them. And there's no real words that you get what I'm talking about, right? But I'm thinking, like I said, the majority of you probably haven't done that much healing yet. That's what I'm going to say. If it was recent, for those of you dealing with a situation that ended recently, keep on walking for now. But if this was a while back, 6 months ago, 8 months ago, a year ago, delete the picture in your mind of who you thought they were and proceed with caution, okay? All right, y'all, I feel like those were the messages that my Gemini family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I'm eternally grateful for every last one of you that tuned in, played along, and showed love, support, and positive feedback. That's what makes my job worthwhile here on YouTube, y'all. I greatly appreciate you. Don't forget to check down in the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.